my divine lovelies. What's poppin'? I hope that you are having an excellent time with your holiday festivities and getting prepared for the new year. I wanted to make sure that this is going to be a quick, simple video regarding some messages that your guides want you to have regarding you going into 2025. So, this is going to be a different type of reading than the ones that I have been doing. This is going to be a pick a pile. And with the piles, I have particular pendulums that are aligned with the energies of the piles. So for this reading, we really are going to be thinking about, or at least setting the intention of picking a pile that your guides are wanting to get a message out to you to start the year of 2025 outright. Now, again, this is a timeless message. So if you receive this message at the beginning of the year already and you're already into 2025, well, then welcome to 2025. You are going to be able to receive this message as it is timeless, no matter where you're at or what you're doing. During the year of 2025, if it's in February, March, April, it is timeless. So if you even happen to receive this in 2026, hello. This again is going to be a message from your guides going in to the next phase or the next big significant timeline shift that you are having. So for pile number 1, we have the Spirit Allies Oracle deck with the Evil Eye, the blue Evil Eye, Seeing Eye crystal or pendulum, so sorry. And then we have the Hermetic Tarot deck for pile number 2 with the blue Howlite crystal pendulum. And then we have the Jane Austen Tarot deck and then we have the third pile resonating with the Jane Austen Tarot deck and the White Quartz crystal pendulum. So I'm going to leave you some time to pick and sit on which pile you're going to choose. And then the timestamps below are in the comments section or the description so that you are able to go ahead and skip to that section so that you don't have to worry about sitting through the messages for everyone, okay? I love you so much. Go ahead and pick what resonates with you. Hello, pile number 1. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I was about to say pile number 2. Hello, pile number 1. Thank you so much for joining me here. Thank you for choosing this divine, amazing message from your guides that they're wanting you to receive going into 2025 or wherever you are going currently in this timeline. Now, this is the Evil Eye Pendulum. It is one of my favorites because, of course, as you know, or if you don't know, the blue Evil Eye is brings light to all of the invisible eyes that are around us, or the evil, the people who have eyes on us that are setting bad intentions or sending bad energy our way. It actually goes and returns it to sender. So if you chose this, you may have some energy that you've been feeling like somebody has been sending your way, and it has not been the nicest energy. So we're just going to sit that right there if it'll actually stay. This sucker has not been wanting to stay in one place for me. All right, so I hope that you had a very wonderful set of holiday festivities to go and do with your family. I hope that you enjoyed your Christmas if you celebrate it. I hope you enjoyed your Kwanzaa, your Hanukkah, anything that you celebrate during or around this time, or if you just chose to be with friends and family. I hope that you enjoyed yourself. This is going to be a particular message that is for you, pile number 1, regarding some of the messages that your guides are wanting you to receive. Now, first, I do have some channeled messages that I would like to get into before. I wanted to set my intentions and make sure that this deck knew the intentions before I started going into the message. However, we do have some channeled messages for you. So the channeled messages that I got while I was meditating about your pile and some of the messages that you need to receive, first, we're going to start with your angel numbers. So these are going to be some numbers that you may be seeing in your immediate environment or surroundings, or these could be numbers that you need to go and look up or, just Google them to see what they actually mean and see how they're pertaining into your life and what you can do going forward into 2025. Now, I got 55, or at least 55 for you. So 4 sets, four times 5, basically. There was a lot of 4 in foundations in this reading. There is 2727, so that's one that you can put in Google to just try and see what significance it holds for your life. We have 345, which is a series number, and 3434, as well as 19, just 19 by itself. So maybe some of you are born on the 19th. Some of you could actually just be resonating and have that number in an angelic set of numbers that you resonate the most with. So those are just some of your angel numbers that you should go and look up, or at least go and find out the significance of their meaning. Now, I did see a few things. My channel messages are kind of interesting. So I saw a silver hatchback. It was like a Subaru. I saw a tropical forest or like a rainforest. It felt like I was hot and it was humid and I was sweaty. And I heard birds. There was bird sounds, bird calls. Like they were very loud in my ears. Very loud. Oh, and of course, channel messages from your guides regarding what you need to know going into 2025. We have Durga. Ooh, she's a very powerful goddess. And then we we have Capricorn. Some of you might be Capricorns or you might have Capricorn in your chart. I am doing this reading on the Capricorn new moon, so I hope you are setting your intentions and manifestations today. I do have a blog post that has been posted. If you want to go and check that out, I will put the link down in the description regarding what you can expect for this new moon and some of the intentions that you can be setting. Now, the other things, it was eyes like starlight. I kept hearing that. It was eyes like starlight and can't wake up. I don't know if some of you have been having a little bit of an energy drain during this Mars retrograde period that started on December the 6th of this year, but man, I know that I have been sleeping a lot more, and like whenever it comes to rest, it has been hard to obtain or like feel like I'm fully rested. So maybe some of you are feeling the same way and you feel like you can't wake up or it's really difficult to wake up. Now, another thing is the song Illusion by Dua Lipa. Maybe some of you guys need to go and listen to that so that you can see if there's any messages. Now, these are the last messages from this deck. So we have Durga, Capricorn, we have Angelite, the crystal, and we have ayahuasca. Are some of you guys trying to go trip for the new year? Like, let your girl know. What plans do you have going into the new year? What are some things that you do? What are some family traditions that you uphold? Now, with Durga, we're going to go ahead and start with her. Regarding her, all right, so Durga here is talking about that your energy, let me get the right light there, that your energy is worth protecting. She talks about how can I energetically replenish myself. That's so funny because they can't wake up and feeling like you have not been getting enough energy is very much in the sense of Mars retrograde, as well as the things that I was just saying for your channeled messages. That's crazy. Now, she is very much pointing to putting your energy towards the right things. If you're feeling more drained or fragile, it's important to protect the little energy that you do have to make sure that you can uphold the sanctity of your health, your peace of mind, your emotional well-being, so many other things. It also talks about, she also talks about that you don't need to shut everyone out, but just create very conscious relationships with others so that you can actually determine who is lifting you up and who is dragging you down. It talks about whenever it comes to people who cross your path that don't energetically feed you or that take away from you more than they are giving, that you need to have no fear whenever it comes to releasing those people and or connections, because Durga promises that they are not meant for you if they are doing that. Please make sure that you're paying attention to your body during this time. This is a very energetically draining time for a lot of people, honestly. The holidays, the hurry, the hustle and bustle, and you know, if you have some upper respiratory or like me, some allergy issues, you could have a very active season at this time with your allergies. So protecting your energy is very important. Now, with Capricorn here, Capricorn is very much bringing the sense of boundaries are healthy. That's so crazy. We have a theme that's starting already. Boundaries are healthy. The journal prompt for Capricorn is, where do I need to establish healthy boundaries? It's very interesting because, again, this is a Capricorn new moon, and I don't know which house Capricorn lies in for you, but this is an excellent time to bring the attention forward to where your boundaries are lacking, because Capricorn calls you to be grounded. Capricorn is very responsible. Capricorn is very much on the sense of whatever is taking from me is taking from the whole pot. And I need to I need to get rid of that. And I need to make sure that I have the healthy boundaries necessary so that it does not continue to take from me, even if that means stop talking to someone, talking to them less, or completely eliminating them from your life altogether. Capricorn talks about being it can be difficult to establish boundaries, especially if you're not even sure where you need them, but you know that they're currently necessary. Creating a balance between your work, your social life, and also being able to decompress and have your self care is very, very important. And Capricorn emphasizes that. It's okay to be ambitious, and it's okay that you can, go these long hours without having to rest and having to go and do so much and being productive as you can. But at the same time, you need to remember that your integrity can stretch way beyond what you bring in material wise and where you are going with your goals and whatnot. Your integrity is very much reliant upon your sense of self and making sure that you're taking care of yourself. And if that is lacking, then everything lacks. Everything is being taken apart from the inside out because you're not giving yourself time to recoup, refresh, do what you need to do. Now, angelite, oh, I absolutely love angelite as a crystal, and I love, love, love the spirit, the allied spirits whenever it comes to bringing this to the forefront. Angelite says that I am attuned to my third eye and psychic abilities. And the journal prompt is, how do I typically receive signs from my guides? I love this. I love this because angelite, because it is very much blue, it is associated with the throat chakra whenever it comes to getting messages. And it can have a lot to do with receiving messages from the higher realms, from our higher beings, guides, or our higher self. So it calls for you to connect with your third eye. Your guides have been trying to reach you. So whatever message that is about to come out with tarot, your guides have been trying to get this to you. They have been trying to reach you, and being able to meditate with them and practice with them, or having, it's so crazy because there was one, there's another pile that actually said that you need to go and make an altar. Like, I put that for them. I want to say that it was pile number 3, but maybe you need to also make an altar for yourself, for your ancestors, or for your celestial beings and deities that you work with, so that you can be more connected and more in tune with them, and to be able to connect with the messages that they have to give you. It also emphasizes that maybe messages have been sent to you in the past, but they're not quite easy to understand. Angelite is calling upon you to start making like a little list whenever it comes to how your guides connect with you. Whenever you realize, oh, wow, that was them connecting with me, that was them sending me a message, make a note of that. Make a note of some of the initial things that you were seeing, whether it's birds, planes, like cars, whatever it might be. You need to be making a note of these things so that you can be more connected to your guides and how they communicate with you. I feel like a lot of the time people want to communicate with their guides, but they have been this entire time. You just don't quite know the language that they're speaking to you. Sometimes as babies, we have to learn how to speak, how to make our needs known. That is the same way whenever it comes to spirituality and being connected with our divine beings and our celestial guides. Because I'm telling you what, my stuff did not come naturally. Most spiritualists and most people who practice spirituality or even religion will state that it did not come naturally. It was very hard. It was difficult to understand. And there was a lot of frustration. So again, with Durga and Capricorn, as well as Angelite, be patient with yourself and make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the things and people that will help you to receive those messages more fluidly. Now, ayahuasca is talking about I choose to heal. The journal prompt for it is, what trauma patterns are present in your life that you're ready to reprogram? I love this. I love this energy. And if you don't know, ayahuasca is a type of hallucinogenic, and it is able to transport you to the ethereal realms, as well as multiple other dimensions, and connect you with higher beings and deities. So I'm not sure if any of you all have actually had this or experienced this, or maybe you have been looking into some of the resorts and trips that they have regarding some of the controlled environments that you can do this in a healthy, safe environment where you're not at risk of harming yourself or others. I absolutely encourage that. Like, I'm a shaman, of course. Of course I encourage this. I think that it's excellent. Now, it also shows up to show you that it's a sign that you are being called to do a lot of deeper healing and work to release past traumas and remove any preconceived limits on your potential or any opportunities. It calls upon you to travel deep within your emotional realms of your soul, to explore the depths in your inner workings so that you can better heal yourself whenever it calls time to do so. Whenever something triggers you, or whenever you have been in an event that caused you a lot of pain, a lot of trauma, a lot of places where you had to heal yourself, you need to make sure that you are being connected with your deeper innermost being and innermost connections, because you will be able, whenever you are connected, you will be able to notice whenever there is the least little bit of harm. The very, like, whenever you have a little bleed, just a little paper cut, you'll be able to go in, do the inner work that is necessary to heal those things and to move past those painful memories, to move past those painful things. It also calls to face your deepest fears, as well as unveil the beauty beyond any description that anybody can provide. That includes of yourself, that includes of your qualities, your traits, and some of the things that you consider limitations that you yourself have within. I absolutely love this reading. This reading is giving such amazing transformative energy. I absolutely love it. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into your tarot reading. All right, so what are some messages that pile one needs to know from their guides, from their divine beings, about some of the things that they need to have or be aware of going into the next phase or chapter in their life? And in this case, a whole new year. I've already started writing 2025 on a lot of documents, so I know, oop, there it goes. So I know, I have a feeling, I have the utmost feeling that this year is going to be an excellent one. All right, the Six of Cups. Regarding the Six of Cups, as you see at the very bottom, it says the Lord of Pleasure. The Six of Cups is very much about enjoying this sense of childlike nostalgia, or having some rekindlement with some of the people in your past that bring you a lot of joy. This calls about reconnecting with some old friends. This calls about some reunion of some sort that brings you this feeling of yesteryear, of days past, and of, you know, actually being able to be your childlike self. There's so many things calling to you right now to reconnect with some deeper inner parts of you. And this could be past versions of you. This doesn't have to be your childhood self. This could be past versions of you. This could be people who made a significant impact on your life and you're like, where are they at now? What's going on with them? All right, the next message that your guides are wanting you to know going in to 2025. The King of Wands. Ooh, this King of Wands is telling me that something that you need to start doing is definitely taking more initiative and being a leader, having the leadership traits and qualities that you probably see in yourself. And if you don't, then other people are seeing it in you, and they're trying to actually push you in the direction to be able to push yourself to be the leader that is the delegator, the one who's able to delegate their responsibilities accordingly and effectively, so that they don't seem like a dictator and they don't seem like they are just bossing everyone around. They are giving everyone an equal share, fair share of actions and things to do to further the whole cause. The King of Wands is very much about a team leader. He is a team leader because Wands rule action in tarot. So he's a team leader of all of the planning, and not necessarily planning, but more so executing the plans that have been put in place, and executing and making sure that they actually see a completion. I love this because if he wasn't fire, he would definitely line up with Capricorn, but it's with the way that Capricorn is able to be such a leader and such a boss in what they do and in their career field. You know what I mean? This could mean that you are about to take some type of promotion. This could mean that you need to be going for the promotion. Even if it seems like it's something that you're just a little uncomfortable doing, I think you should go for it. This is what your guides are telling you right now. Your guides are also wanting you to know at this time, oh, the Ten of Cups. I absolutely love this. You have some type of emotional fulfillment or happiness that is coming towards you that is going to be out of this world amazing. It's going to actually exceed your expectations on what you wanted to get or what you thought you were going to get. I love this because at the end of the day, whenever you take charge, you're going to be able to find the happiness that you need. And this could also be in taking charge of your life in the sense of feeling more nostalgia and connecting with the people that are supposed to be in your life. It's going to bring you to the right places and the right connections that you can facilitate your ultimate happiness. And I don't know if some of you have already been practicing this. I could be preaching to the choir already. If you have already been practicing these things and you've been making sure that you've been upholding your boundaries and making sure that you are doing the right thing by yourself and your energy and doing the work necessary, this is calling to you to say that you are going to be getting your relief. You're going to be getting your reward. You're going to be getting exactly what you have been asking for very soon. All right. Seven of Swords. But please do not try to go about doing this in an unfair, unjust way. Any lies that are being done either to your face or that you are doing to others' face are always going to come to the light. At the end of the day, you need to be careful on how you do things and the way that you approach things. I never encourage the short route, because whenever you take the short route, you are still missing very key parts of the journey. So the Seven of Swords is reminding you, do not take the short route. There is no success that is worth it whenever you have to short your way to it. There's no success that is worth it if you have to cheat your way to get it. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are being honest and good to yourself, so that calls for you to be honest and good to others around you, so that your opportunities flow through you and flow to you more abundantly. Now, what's an additional oracle message that pile number one's guides are trying to get to them? We have paradise. Ooh, happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other in a honeymoon phase. I don't know who is in your life at this moment, pile number one, but you are going to either be having someone reconnecting with. It could actually be an old flame. It could be an old flame that started out like as a kid crush, and you're like, you know what are they doing right now? Are they doing all right? How was their holiday season? Maybe they have some New Year's plans that they wanna take up with you. Come on, be creative. Clock, needing time, cycles and takes time. Time to heal and progressing. You guys are going through a lot of deep healing at this time. This is what your guides are telling you, and I believe your guides are actually reminding you that you do need to surround yourself with the right people, because we are not able to heal alone. I actually stand on that. I stand on that so much and vehemently, because we are not able to heal alone. If we don't have people there holding us accountable for our healing, if we don't have people there holding us accountable for the places that we may be shorting ourselves or even going backwards, we need those people. We also need those people around, not just to hold us accountable, but to also remind us of how far we've come. It's very hard to see our own progression whenever it's in our everyday. Whenever we have good supportive people around us and a good community, those are the people who are going to be able to uplift you and say, no, honey, you've come a long way. Do you remember when you were here and you were trying to establish this, but you now have that? You need those people. I promise. I stand on, we are not supposed to do life alone. We are meant to do life with other people. I need you to get out of wherever you're at currently in your headspace thinking that you cannot or should not have people around you during this hard time. This is a hard time for many people. Connect with those people. Connect with those people and let them know what you need. Whenever you make your needs known, you're making it even easier for the universe to meet you where you're at. And don't you want that? I would want to be met where I'm at. I've had to learn that myself, of being able to communicate the right things. Are there any other messages that you have for pile number one regarding some of the messages that they need to receive going into the new year? Oh, one more message. Teddy bear, interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, and want to date. You guys are having some type of romantic suitor coming in, and honestly, I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it, and I wish the most amazing success on you and whoever it is, even if it is just for a brief amount of time. You deserve to have someone dote on you, love on you, and help you heal in the ways that you deserve to, okay? You've been working so hard. I'm very proud of you. We've gotten to the end of 2024. You're still alive, you're still breathing, and you're able to watch this message. And I hope that you receive everything that resonates with you. Take what does, leave what doesn't for the next person, okay? Make sure that you subscribe for more videos like this, and you share it with anyone else who might need to receive this message for the end of the year. I love you. Stay divinely blessed, supported, guided, loved, and protected in everything you do. Bye. Hello, my divine lovelies, with pile number two. Thank you so much for joining me here for your divine messages that your guides are trying to get to you for going into the new year to 2025 or going into the next timeline shift or whatever new events are going to be happening into your life, depending on when you receive this message. Of course, again, this is a timeless message, so whenever you find it is whenever the message is meant for you, okay? Now, for pile number two, I do have some channeled messages, but before we get into that, look at this beautiful blue howlite pendulum. This is one of the beautiful pendulums that is available in my store in the link below. Now, there's a link in the description box below. For blue howlite, it is not a natural occurring crystal. It is a dyed version of white howlite or regular howlite, but it still promotes the calming, nurturing, intuitive energy that howlite gives. It also brings and enhances more communication and some properties involving the throat chakra whenever it comes to energies and just getting a message across in general. Now, it also can help you reconnect with or recall some dreams from what I understand and from what I was able to do a little bit of research. So, yeah, that is the blue howlite. So apparently, you chose that crystal pendulum for a particular reason. It could be because your throat chakra has been emphasized recently and you've been trying to get that unblocked. Or maybe it's because you just need to start speaking your truth a little bit more authentically to you. Sit that right there. Now, for the channel messages for you, pile number two, I have some angel numbers as well as some of the things that were coming into my head while I was meditating on your pile and some of the messages that your guides had to give to you. So, we have 46 as an angel number. So, again, these are angel numbers that you're going to want to go and Google and look up if you do not know their significant meaning, or maybe they're actually something that has been reoccurring to you in your everyday life and your surroundings. You've been seeing these numbers. You've been like, that's interesting. That number popped up for a second, third, fourth time for me today. Those are going to be your angel numbers. So 46 is the start. 987, which is a descending number. 62. And I heard the fourth, like the fourth day of the month. And then whenever I started meditating on, well, what month could that be? What month is significant for the fourth day of the month? It said the fourth month of the fourth. It said the fourth of the fourth. So I'm assuming April 4th. April 4th might actually be significant for you. It could be that is Aries season. So this could be a time, your birthday could be in April, you could be in Aries, or the fourth could have some type of significant meaning for you. And it's so funny because I kept hearing that, I guess, hook in the song, time goes by so slowly. And I just kept hearing that. And I had this feeling of dull and droll. And I don't even want to be here. I don't want to be doing this right now. I also got I got this feeling of being boxed in, actually, literally being boxed in. I felt like I was in a prison of some sort. I was being restricted and confined in something. I also felt like I had a box cutter right in my hand too. If I could just get my arm up, it was so weird. It was such a weird way of feeling, but I wanted to make sure maybe some of you have been feeling confined or boxed in by some of the expectations that people have been having on you, that you've had on yourself, or maybe you're trying to get out of that feeling of feeling boxed out and you're not quite sure where to start. This could be a message for you at this time of what your guides are trying to tell you or instruct you to do to get out of that feeling and out of that energy. I also heard in my head, I chose this. I choose me. And then a white noise machine. It was very much unlike the rain. I kept hearing a white noise machine. I kept feeling like I was in bed. I also felt I felt called to create a vision board of some sort, but instead of an actual board where you're posting and taking different pictures, even if it's digital, try and do an altar. I want you to create an altar, a vision altar, where you have little things that you want to surround yourself with in the future, whether that be more crystals, if that is more money, if that's a new house, if that's a new car. I need you to go and find little things that remind you of that, even if it's in the sense of like, this is the silliest thing ever, but it came to my head while I was meditating on your message, a Hot Wheels. Like if you want a particular type of car, you want that Porsche 911, and you really want it in that bright yellow bumblebee yellow, then you go out, find yourself a Hot Wheels that is that Porsche 911, and you go and find, if you can, the bright yellow or whatever color they have it available in, because I know sometimes Hot Wheels is kind of iffy whenever it comes to finding the right model. But that is what I mean. I want you to create a specific place where you can place all of the things that you want in your life, in your future, around you on this altar to remind you, oh, that's right, I am working for that. That's right, I'm doing this so that I can create this. That's right, I have these visions in mind, and you do not need to lose sight of them. All right. So that was your channeled messages, pile number 2. I hope that they resonated with you. And of course, take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person, okay? Because not all of my messages are meant to resonate, and I understand that. And honestly, any good tarot reader understands that as well. And I feel like whenever people think that the whole message is supposed to be all on them, it's not. And we sometimes just need to hone in on the little things that really kind of struck a chord with us. Because again, you never know. You truly never know what or who can tell you or help you realize some things. I love leaving, like that's one of my morning affirmations that I do for myself is I leave room for the universe to surprise me. I leave room for the universe to exceed my expectations. Because if you don't leave room to surprise yourself for the amazing divine things that are coming and the abundance and blessings, what are you doing? You can't have them. Like you can't have them. All right, what are some of the messages that pile number 2 needs to receive from their spirit guides and their celestial beings at this time? Ooh, we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups here, regarding some messages that you need to receive at this time, is telling you that you need to start getting a little bit more decisive and constructive with your emotions and the emotions that you are feeling. If you have not already been doing that, then that is your sign to do that. But the King of Cups actually is very constructive with his emotions whenever he is in the upright position. He's a very good man. He's also very emotionally empathetic for others who need his emotional comfort, emotional solace, and any way that they can confide in him emotionally. However, he does not let others take advantage of him, and he upholds his boundaries with the utmost care and respectfulness. I absolutely love the King of Cups, and maybe at this time you're being called, coming into the next year, to respect your boundaries. Ooh. So, Hermie, my deck here, is very vocal. He doesn't really like for me to pull from him. He likes to just spit it out at me. But I love him for that because he's beautiful in that way. Now, the Page of Swords here, she is highlighting that, yes, you very much do need to get very real about your boundaries, about how people are taking advantage of you and how you can maybe use them taking advantage of you into I don't know why I'm hearing this, but into an advantage. Because not everyone who is in that's why I don't know why, but the saying, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, is very much resonating whenever I touch this card. I feel like maybe there's some people who you may not sit horses with, you may disagree with, you guys may butt heads all the time, but they are a very good strategic partner. They're a very good business partner. And they're someone who you could actually see yourself going very far with, whether it be in the sense of pursuing other opportunities that are intellectually available to you. They could connect you with the right people and the right sources to network, or this could actually be a business partner. However, the page is reminding you that you need to go ahead and make the plans now and take the steps necessary. Take your feelings out of it. Maybe that is also what the King of Cups with the Page of Swords here is reminding you, is that your feelings don't always have to rule your decisions. Yes, you should consider your feelings in making your decisions, but at the end of the day, if your feelings are holding you back from a potential partner that could help further your goals, just because they don't sit right with you emotionally, and it's not an intuitive thing, it is truly just they rub you the wrong way, you need to get over that. That's something that you need to get past because it's blocking you. Now, the Six of Swords here is actually stating that you are actually doing that. The Six of Swords is about moving on. He's about transitions. He's about progression. I keep saying he. I'm so sorry. The Six of Swords here talks about transitions, talks about progressions, talks about moving on, moving past a painful, hurtful situation that the Five of Swords brings. And Swords is about our communication. It's about our thoughts. It's about how our thoughts manifest into reality that is in our current environment and even in our decision making. That is why the swords are one of the quickest elements in tarot, other than the wands. They're neck and neck, but swords is typically very much quicker because it is ruled by air. And as you see, there is the Aquarius symbol at the bottom and at the top, and Mercury. So there is something that is going to be occurring communication wise. Now, again, this could very much, you have two swords that came together back to back. This could be highlighting where you do need to go ahead and start opening up a little bit more mentally. This your mental capacity, or at least the capacity in which you are allowing your mental to make the decisions for you and tell you what to do, or at least instructing you on how to move. Maybe that's why you've been having some of the confusion you have. And I'm not saying, ooh, I don't know, these are, again, like, I'm just channeling messages. So I'm not saying you've been confused or that you're a confused person, but if you've been experiencing some confusion and some delay in being able to make your decisions compared to what you usually do, there's a sign, baby. You gotta get out of your emotions whenever it comes to making decisions. It's not personal. It's just business. Like my favorite quote from one of my favorite movies. It's not personal. It's just business. Are there any other messages that pile number two's guides would like to get out to them and tell them to start? Ooh, there we go. Ooh. Yeah, definitely make sure that you are using your intuition whenever it comes to these, but making sure that if your intuition is like, well, I really could actually get over this, please do. Please do. And make sure that your intuition is also educating you whenever it comes to making decisions, and you're trusting your first mind and you stop second guessing yourself. You could easily be in the position where you are your best business partner, but you are not partnering up with your intuition in the ways that matter. You're not partnering up with your intuition in the ways that are going to push you forward and propel you towards the destiny that you're supposed to have. Please start using and trusting your intuition. Like, you could easily be using it, but trusting it is a very different ballpark. Let me tell you what. All right. All right, I'm going to get some oracle messages for you. Are there any oracle messages for pile number two at this time? Regarding some things. Ooh. Air mid. Ooh, okay. Okay, are there any other messages that pile number two needs to receive regarding their guides' messages to them going into 2025? Yep. Benzatin. And labradorite. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Let me just rearrange this here. All right, so Airmed here, she is talking about honoring nature's ability to heal. This could be calling for you to be going out into nature, reconnecting with yourself in a new, divine, and major way that could completely change the way that you make decisions, the way you trust your intuition, and the way that you trust yourself. The journal prompt for her is, what herb do I want to know more about? She's a reminder that the healing properties of the earth are the most amazing things that have been used by generations after generation. They can be traced back to thousands of years, and it's rooted in history. Now, even if you're not an experienced herbalist and you're just an evening tea drinker, you are able to connect with yourself and your body deeper whenever you use herbs to heal you from the inside out. You could do this by spending more time to tune into nature, turning to resources whenever it comes to identifying herbs and their healing properties, such as going to Barnes and Noble and buying that herbalism book, or buying an encyclopedia of herbs or medical herbs. It talks about working as a naturopath to explore how you could include herbs in your everyday life and healing. Now, that's very interesting. You could actually be trying to start a business. You could be trying to start a business at this time whenever it comes to herbs or natural healing remedies. There could be a way that you are trying or missing some opportunities with some business partners, but you are actually overcoming those ways in which you're able to shape yourself in your business and the way that you conduct your business and the way that you are gaining the resources, the ideas, the inspiration. You could easily have someone under your nose because it's the suits cards here and then the major arcana here. This is a very significant pivotal point and message that your guides are wanting you to know whenever it comes to allowing certain individuals in your atmosphere and being able to work with them, express some of your knowledge, express some of the things that you are wanting to do with them. Now, for Benzatin, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and she talks about embracing your creativity. Her journal prompt is, what kind of art would feel good to create? Again, we are in this creative energy. You are in this creative energy pile number 2. I don't know what you're trying to create, but you need to go ahead and collaborate with those people who are rubbing you the wrong way and address it. You need to go ahead and face it head on. Whenever a Benzatin is here, you're invited to create and embrace your inner artist in whatever form this may take, even if it's fun or playful, or even as a larger pursuit. Make space for yourself to enjoy the experience of creating art without the attachment of the outcome in your creative work. That includes material outcomes, that includes recognition, that includes being able to show this off to people and say, this made me this much money and I got this posted in a whole new gallery. No. People who get their art posted in galleries and they get galleries all to themselves didn't do it for the money. I promise you, an artist knows, a true artist knows that none of their artwork is ever guaranteed to give them money or earn them any capital in return. They are just doing it for creative expression alone and for the being able to have that connectedness with themselves and that creative part of themselves and that amazing artist within. As you gain the comfort and confidence in your artistic expression, you will be able to use your creativity to make those decisions that you're needing to make, to be able to innovate and share something special, something of your own creation with others. You know that it's going to take a while to get to these unique gifts, but it's worth it. But it's worth it. I love that. I love that here. I love that it's all like, yes, you're like, it's covering the fact, yes, this is going to be difficult. Yes, this is going to take a bit. Yes, this is going to be something that you are going to have to work at, but it's worth it. Now, for Labradorite here, it says, I am open to great periods of transformation. Now, at this time, you could be going through a period of transformation, or this could be meeting you where you're about to enter that period. You've been feeling like you're just waiting for the shoe to drop. You're waiting for the gut punch. You're waiting for something to change, and you feel the change in the air. um, I thought about this quote that I've been saying, and this morning I had just told one of my dearest friends, I said, do you smell that? It's the winds of change. And of course, if you've ever seen Monsters, Inc., then you know exactly where that comes from. Now with Labradorite, the journal prompt is, how can I prepare myself for change? How can you prepare yourself for change? The Six of Swords is guaranteeing that change is happening. The Six of Swords is telling you that some progression is happening. You are moving past the old things that hurt you. You are moving past the conflict of the Five of Swords, the conflict where you may be the winner, but at what cost? You have already, you're going through this process. You're healing those wounds from the Five of Swords and you're moving on. You keep moving, you keep pushing. You're not somebody who's going to take a whole bunch of time to lick your wounds. You're going to lick them as you go. Now with Labradorite, it's a stone of awakening and it's a call to your higher purpose. Oh my goodness, pile number 2. What are you guys supposed to be doing? Come on, get on it. Like, not in a hurried way, but like, come on, recognize your own potential, recognize the amazing things that you're going to be bringing into this world, this reality. Now, with that being said, you can no longer put off your destiny in this lifetime. Whenever the Labradorite comes up, it is actually a stone of a new moon. dude, not that I'm filming this on the Capricorn new moon and it's going to be posted today. Like, I swear, I love this. And I hope that you're receiving whatever you can from this message so that you can move forward with the innovations that you have, the creative ideas, the business ventures, the amazing things of being able to heal yourself, heal the world, be able to provide such an amazing, beautiful piece of art to us, the world, the collective. We appreciate you for that. No lie. Now, it's a period of new beginnings, and it's a sign of a period of new beginning, and it's a sign of beginnings to come. Use this time to set intentions of where you'd like to see yourself and plan for your journey ahead. Now, you can call upon your guides whenever you have questions or you feel like none of them have been answered so that you can make a decision with all the awareness that you need. Never fear. Always call upon your guides. Always ask them, is this the right decision for my highest good? Is this the decision that's going to end up bringing me the long-term results that I want? Is this the decision that is going to further me along my goals, along my life, along my divine path, my destiny? And you will always get the answer that you are seeking whenever you put out a need to the universal energies, to the universal life flow. You will always get the answer you are asking for. It doesn't matter. I swear by that because it's always happened with me. It doesn't matter if it's chaotic or if it's very easy and it's in a huge epiphany or full circle moment. I still got the answers I needed to make the right decision. Now, it also says it's not the time to rush, and it's the time to recognize the transformation to come and prepare yourself to welcome it with open arms. I love that. Like, of course, transformation is hard. Of course, transformation is difficult, but it's worth it. It's always worth it, guys. It's always worth it. Pile number 2. Oop. Last oracle messages. All right. Last oracle messages. Oop, there goes one. We have coffin. Oh my goodness. New beginnings, liberation, reborn, and transition, tragic endings. I don't know what y'all are doing, but I know that you're in tune and you are supposed to be hearing this message right now. I need you to end whatever it is that no longer serves you. If that is bad thought patterns about yourself, if that is causing you to doubt yourself, your creativity, your ability to be able to create, I need you to stop. New beginnings, even if this means that you've got to get the people out of your life and stop talking to the people about some of the creative ventures you've been doing. Because I am a firm believer, again, like, I am a firm believer that the more you tell people about the things that you're wanting to do, the more that their energy gets involved. Oh my goodness. Then we see higher commitment, eternity, partnership and union, and completion. You are completing a big cycle in life that is bringing you to some type of higher commitment. It's bringing you to a partnership. Like I stated that there was some type of business partnership that's here. There's something here. There's a bigger picture here that you are going to be able to realize whenever you are able to stop using your emotions as a reason to stop conversing with somebody. You open up, you tell them your plans, you tell them your ideas, and see how they can help you. See how they can connect you with the right people. By leaving that behind with this coffin and the 6 of Swords, by having that progress, having that ending, having that leaving behind of the old ways and the outdated ways of doing things, you are able to be the high priestess. You're able to have the intuitive guidance necessary within yourself and the discernment, the intuitive discernment to be able to know what is for you and what is not for you. Because I am, again, big firm believer, whenever something is for you, it never really misses you. If something is for you, it never misses you. It doesn't matter if it's a person, place, thing, or situation or opportunity. It never really misses you. All right, pile number 2, this is your message that your guides are wanting you to receive going into 2025. Again, I hope that this all hits you where it needs to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Make sure you leave a like and comment down below about what you're going to be doing to facilitate what you need to do most this year. And not to mention, share this with your friends if they need to hear a little bit of encouragement going into the new year. All right, I love you guys. Make sure that you are staying divinely blessed, guided, supported, loved, and protected in everything that you do. Bye. Hello, my divine lovelies of pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope that you had an amazing time, an amazing holiday season, celebrating with friends, family, doing whatever holiday festivities or traditions that you like to do. I know that I like to go and watch. Not watch, but like look at Christmas decorations and lights. Now, here we have this, excuse me, it's white quartz. I don't know why, my allergies have just been on fire recently. We have the white quartz here, and this is a crystal pendulum that is available in my store. The link is in the description box below if you are looking to purchase a pendulum or needing some ideas on what to do whenever it comes to choosing one. Now, the white quartz is very much about spiritual projection. It's a crystal or stone of spiritual awakening and higher elevations of consciousness, inner peace, and healing your inner consciousness as well. So, I absolutely love this for a pendulum because it helps me to do my energy work so much better whenever it comes to chakra assessments and things of that nature. So, we're going to set that sucker right there. Beautiful, beautiful girl. All right. Now you chose the Jane Austen Tarot, and this is the actually traditional tarot. This is a 53 card deck, like a playing card deck, basically. And that's how tarot actually started out before we had Reader's Waite, and also whenever tarot reading and divination was very much something that was sacrilegious and sacrilege. So a lot of people were either persecuted or burned or hung or lots of different things for even practicing tarot. So I'm so grateful that I get to do this on my channel for you guys today, Pile 3, and for all of the other piles following. I absolutely love being able to do this. Now, the channel messages that I have, because I wanted to make sure each message that I do, I meditate. I will like to meditate and see if there's any channeled messages because I often receive them for myself, being clairvoyant and very much clairaudient. And I got a lot of jumbled messages for you, Pile 3, so let's go ahead and get into it. For the numbers, I got 9191. And then I saw this, like, it was a blank black area, and I kept seeing fours, like popping up. Lots of foundation building. You could currently be building a foundation or trying to build one from something new. You could have had a tower moment where everything was torn apart, and now you're trying to build from the remnants that you do have, but also the new things that you've learned and the new traditions and the new ways and foundations that you have come to learn with time, with age, with whatever experience that you had going on that caused you to lose everything, to completely tarnish and like tear down your foundations. Now, this could have to do with a new house. I saw a lot of new house. Also, because this message is timeless, whenever you receive this message, it is going forth from that day on. So you were the only one that I got this message on. It was 37 days. 37 days from when you receive this message, something significant is going to be occurring in your life. I don't know what it could be. If you have any any insight, because I was like, oh, well, we don't even have 37 days in a month. Why am I getting this? But I don't ask why anymore. I just do. So 37 days from the day that you receive this reading, something significant. Just make a note. Make a note of it. Today is currently December the 30th of 2024. So this again could be, you could see this video in February and it's 37 days from then. So just take it as it resonates, okay? Now, when it comes to the angel numbers, we also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It very much ascending numbers, things falling into place. Whenever I saw the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I saw dominoes, and I saw a whole entire domino effect, creating this beautiful image of a flower. And I just, find your balance. I want you to make sure that you find your balance while everything is falling into place. That was one thing that I kept hearing, like, find your balance. You're feeling rushed, you're feeling busy. There was something that came up in my mind, feeling rushed and busy like New York City. So some of you may stay in New York City. You could be traveling to New York City to go and celebrate your new year, or you could actually have been living this environment and this rushed, busy life like you are living in New York City. You're going from place to place to place to place. And then you need to mentally or physically visit the mountains. You need to visit the mountains. And whenever I say visit the mountains, mentally or physically, this means having a digital detox day, having a full 24 hours where you are not on electronics for anything. You're just taking the time away from everything, from social media, from your phone, and doing a digital detox. This could also mean in the sense of being able to ground yourself and being out in nature more often. You don't actually have to go to the mountains to be in the mountains. You just need to be in a peaceful headspace and a peaceful state of mind. Now, here's the first message that we have regarding the messages that your guides are wanting to give you going into 2025. We have the King of Pentacles here. I love this. You could be a King of Pentacles yourself, or you could actually be attracting a King of Pentacles. Either way, this energy is something that is going to be coming into your life regarding 2025. The King of Pentacles is very much, he takes care of you. He's very much a daddy dom energy, a very dominant, realistic, grounded, practical, making sure that you've taken your meds, had your water type energy. But he also pays for you in every single way possible. He makes sure that material things can happen because he has the resources to do so. So you could be the King of Pentacles here doing this for yourself, or somebody is coming into your life to do this for you. Let's find out. What are some other messages that we can get for pile number 3? Ooh. And then we got the Jack of Spades. Now, this is a very, very interesting one. The Jack of Spades is supposed to be either the page or the knight. The page of the Knight of Swords. Now, whenever this comes up, this is very much the energy. It's funny because we got the Page of Swords in pile two's reading as one of their tarot cards. So that's a very interesting. You may want to go and check out pile number 2. Now, for this card specifically, you could, again, this could be the energy that you are bringing. This could be the energy of intuitive insight, being able to have the right plans to intellectually evolve, level up, or even adding some things onto your plate. So this could be business ventures. This could be education ventures. This could be a lot of different things. However, you're being creative and you're being very, very meticulous on how you're planning it so that you don't miss out on the little details and you're taking your emotions out of it. This is probably something that is on the lines of education or business because it is swords. So I'm going to say it's more education because swords are going to be over our thoughts, our communication, and the way that we think about things. So you could be taking some intellectual time to plan for what your future looks like ahead of you, some business ventures that you're wanting to go for, some of the opportunities that you may have had recently or previously that could be coming back around. Let's find out some more. What are some more messages that pile number 3 needs to receive going into 2025? Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands here. I'm so sorry, I keep trying to cough, but it's just like not there. We have the Ace of Wands. Now, again, this goes very much hand in hand with the Jack of Spades there. Yes, the Jack of Spades and then the Ace of Clubs. We're just going to keep it. These would normally be the Ace of Wands and Tarot, but we're going to say the Ace of Clubs here. This is normally Pentacles. The diamonds are Pentacles. Hearts are cups, and then the spades are swords. So for the Ace of Clubs here, this is regarding some new type of action that you're going to be taking. This could very much be lining up with these two regarding the plans that you are meticulously doing right now at this time, making sure that you're doing the intellectual process, you're doing your research, you're making sure you know the cost, you're making sure that you have the funds available so that you can execute whatever plan needs to happen. You are coming up on something new. You are coming up on a new type of, oh, it's something big, it's something full of passion and makes you excited to wake up to the next day every day. I absolutely love that for you. Now, with the 6, yeah, you definitely need to go check out pile two's reading because this is another card that they got just like you. This is the 6 of Spades and or the 6 of Swords. So you are going to be leaving something behind. You are moving forward. You are only going in the way of progression. Now, was the ending difficult? Yes, it was. Did you have to go through a lot to be able to finally end and like be peaceful and at peace with yourself? Yes, you did, because you went through the Five of Swords. However, the Six of Swords promises and guarantees that you are actually doing the steps necessary and leaving behind the old things that don't suit you anymore. You're leaving behind the people. You're leaving behind the ways that you used to operate and do business, think about yourself, talk to yourself, whatever it might be that was holding you back and keeping you mentally. Because again, swords are about our mental, they're about our thoughts, they're about our communication. Whatever was keeping you mentally held back is being moved out of the way by you. It's being moved out of the way by you. Is there any additional messages? We have the Two of Clubs. Okay. And it's in the reverse position. There is a decision that you needed to make, or maybe that you are already in the process of making. You could have been in deliberation about this, because the Two of Swords reversed talks about being in a stalemate. It talks about not having enough information available to you to make a decision. And it also talks about waiting, because soon that information is going to be revealed to you. Again, we're doing this reading on the new moon in Capricorn, so there could easily be some truth that's going to be revealed to you today or the upcoming weeks coming up, going into the new year, that's going to be able to help you make the right decisions for your future, for your success, for whatever intellectual venture you are planning. And that's so interesting. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right. The Two of Clubs. Oh, it's so interesting that we get the Two of Clubs reversed. The Two of Clubs reversed is talking about you not going backwards on future plans that you're making for yourself. This talks about making sure that you're being realigning and taking the time to realign and ground yourself in what you are wanting for your future, because the Two of Wands, typically, I guess the Two of Clubs here, is signifying that you may be planning for a future that you no longer want. You may be planning for an outcome that no longer resonates with what you are wanting, what you want to do with your life, or even how you see yourself anymore. It calls for realignment. It calls for you to reassess and take that time to start doing the things. Even if you don't know what you need to do right now, or you don't know what you want to do, just start doing the things that you think you would want to do. Just start doing the things that the future self of you, the future version of you, would be proud of you doing. Start doing the things that makes you happy. I feel like a lot of the time we are so ashamed to do what makes us happy that we completely ignore what makes us happy. We can completely forget. We can completely forget what used to make us happy, what we now take pleasure in, or even just getting wrapped up in the hustle and bustle of the everyday. I promise. Now let's get some oracle messages for you regarding some of the things that you need to do, or messages that you need to receive from your guides going forward into 2025. Oh, got Kratom. Let's see. And mushrooms. You guys are my group, man. You guys got the plant spirit guides. The medicinal plant spirit guides. Have any of you guys done either one of these? Leave in the comments below a little mushroom emoji if you made it this far into this video. I love my little mushroom crowd. I love my fellow mushies, man. They're amazing. I love it. And then we have Leo. Some of you could be a Leo. Some of you could have Leo in your chart or in your significant placements. Or you could just kind of resonate with the energy that Leo gives off. I will add that we are currently going through a Mars retrograde in Leo. So I find it very interesting, or at least in my mind, significant that it pops up during this time. Now, let's go ahead and start with Kratom. With Kratom, the prompt for is I surrender all burdens. The journal prompt from Kratom is, what am I holding on to that only holds me back? What am I holding on to that only holds me back? Kratom asks you to take a moment to ask yourself what you are trying to avoid or ignore that you know in your heart is a problem. It asks you to acknowledge the awareness of what you try to set aside, as the energy from Kratom provides the liftoff of suffering. In turn, it brings you clarity to see the root of your challenge. And it may be uncomfortable, but it's always to your benefit to do whatever it is necessary to conquer your shadows and blockages hidden within. Let your tensions rise up and be nurtured and healed with kratom. I love that. I love it because it does. It's very the Six of Swords, as relieving as it is very hard to get past the things that we once had that are no longer for us. And it's okay to grieve. It's okay to go through that mental and emotional purge to release those things from your life that are no longer for you. But it is also very essential that you don't get caught up in that you don't get caught up in, oh, it's no longer mine. You start realizing, yes, it's no longer mine, but I have so much more to look forward to. You understand? Now, with mushrooms, little mushies, aren't they pretty? I love how the illustrations in this guide are so beautiful. Now, mushrooms, it says, I see the magic. The journal prompt: what was your relationship to the ethereal realms as a child? I love that. Mushroom says, whenever we change as individuals throughout life, it's hard to recognize, especially as we experience more life gained. I love the little mushies. They're so cute. Now, Mushroom, it talks about I see the magic. And the journal prompt: what was your relationship to the ethereal realms as a child? Were you guys intuitive children? If you were an intuitive child, yes, definitely leave it in the comments below, because I myself was an intuitive child to the point where I actually shut my stuff off and I had to reopen it as an adult. So, yay for intuitive children. Mushrooms highlights that when we change as individuals throughout life, it can be hard to recognize, especially as more life experience is gained and we move through relationships with ourselves and others without even recognizing some of the things that have changed. Growing up with imaginary friends and talking to fairies can affect many of us as children, but not many of us go on to continue remembering back to what it was and cherishing the innate wisdom we held as children. As children, we looked at life very differently. And whenever you actually try to put yourself back in that position where I don't have bills, I don't have to work, I just have to go to school, like if you just start thinking about the things that you thought about as a child, it can be so easy to reconnect with the parts of you that you need to heal innately, that you need to heal to be able to connect with your most authentic version of yourself. Now, it can also be the universe that wants you to know that you have grown into a beautiful and powerful force, and you should be proud of where you are today. But remember not to get too comfortable. There's always more life than meets the typical eye. Mushroom encourages you to cultivate more time in nature to reflect on how truly amazing life is, how amazing this planet is, and how amazing you are. Because you are. You're amazing, Pile 3. I want you to know that. You're amazing. You deserve to be here, and we're all very grateful for you. Now with Leo, I love Leo. I love my Leo placements. I have a Leo in the Mars. I have a 12th house Leo Mars retrograde. So I'm getting a little beat up by this Mars retrograde, but all a part of the life. Leo reminds us that we need to create the life we want to live. And the journal prompt is, what does my ideal life look like? It's very interesting that it says that, because here at the Two of Wands reversed, you don't really know you don't know. That's an excellent journal prompt for you. What does my ideal life look like? What does your ideal life look like? That's something to resonate whenever we just think about that while you receive this message from Leo. Leo is reminding you that you can create your own experience in your lifetime. And in this lifetime, no matter how daring, expansive, or dangerous it might seem, Leo is a leader, giving you permission to lead in your own way. You deserve the life that you've been dreaming of, and the universe is rooting for you on every step of the way. The universe believes in you. You just have to believe in yourself. And of course, this applies to universe, God, goddess, whoever it is that you work with. And manifesting the reality you want is creating it each day in every way. Imagine yourself living your best life. Take note of what you smell, taste, and how you feel at that moment. Picture your surroundings with clear details. Let this manifestation practice work its magic as you experience the life you want to live by living it in every day and holding the frequency of it in the present moment. Wow. You guys are coming into something amazing. And I know it may be frustrating and it may be stressful now, but it's worth it. It's worth the stress. Right. Let's get some last oracle messages for you, pile number 3. We're just going to get some final messages from pile number 3's guides, spirit team, celestial beings for some things that they, oh, there they are. My decks are very vocal because I ask them to be. I don't like decks that don't speak to me because, I took a long time. It took me a while to actually develop my intuition and trusting it. But, here we are. Now we have separation, sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain future. Now, this could be a person who is feeling this about you. This could also be you feeling this about someone else. Now, with the 6 of Swords here, it does imply that you probably are missing someone. You could have had to cut someone off, or you could have had to leave an environment that was no longer for you and that you had outgrown. However, it is worth your best good. I know that your future is uncertain. Oh, makes sense with the two of Wands reversed here. It makes sense. Your future, you feel like your future is uncertain. You feel like you're thinking about this person and your future was in them, in that situation, in that work environment, whatever it might be that you are leaving with the 6 of Swords. Miss it. Feel it. Feel bitter about the fact that that didn't work out. Feel however you need to feel, as long as you don't stay there. Healing heart. Oh, as long as you don't stay there. Healing heartbreak, toxicity or addiction, abusive relationship. This might have been a relationship between you and an individual, or this could have been a work environment that was causing you this type of stress, hardship, and pain. However, the King of Pentacles is here to remind you that everything is going to work out in your material gain and favor. The Jack, aka the Page or the Knight of Swords, is reminding you that you have all the intellectual prowess, the knowledge, the know-how to be able to plan your future accordingly. Make sure that you are taking the right initiatives and the opportunities for expansion that are available to you after you go through this transition and this change. The separation is worth it. It's for you because your future is involved. You cannot sit here and sit back. I want you to reconnect with yourself, realign with what you want, create the future and the vision that you want to see. Create your vision board. This is an excellent time for that. See what you want your life to actually become at the end of all of this. Whenever the suffering is over, whenever the hard work is over, what does your life look like? Because hard work is not a constant. Of course, it's always going to be there and you have to do it, but it's not necessarily meaning that it's constant in your life. I want you all in pile 3 to just take this, be able to meditate and resonate with whatever it is that you need to, and leave whatever doesn't for the next person so that they can take it with them, okay? This is your reading, pile number 3, on what your messages that your divine guides are trying to get to you at this time, going into 2025, the next timeline shift, or whatever big changes that you have going on in your life. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you can get more videos like this, and comment below with that mushroom emoji to let us know that you did stay and you're a part of pile number 3, because I would love to hear how this resonated with you and what hit and what didn't. As always, stay divinely blessed, protected, guided, loved, and supported in everything that you do. I'll catch you later.